Hi guys, my name's Ricci Riccardi. I'm MD and drummer for the Spice Girls, and we're here at Coventry Rico Arena, currently on the UK tour. And I'm here to talk about my rig that I've chosen for this gig. PAISTE I've been playing for about 9 years, and my main go-to for PAISTE has always been the Signature Series. So I'd like to start by talking about this one here, my Fast Crash 18, and it's my favorite, basically. I cannot do a gig without this cymbal. I tend to like, certainly for pop music, a bright, cutting sound that's clean. It doesn't decay too fast. It just has exactly the right amount. It's like the crash cymbal that you've always wanted to hit, the perfect sound. And so there's never a rig that I will take out without one of those on it. And then on the other side here, I've got the Full Crash 18, which is a similar sound, just a little bit heavier. But again, it does exactly what I need. So having the two is especially in a big gig, you get a nice powerful full sound from the two together. To the left here, I've got the PAISTE PSTX. It's the new version of the Swiss Alpha. I just love trashy cymbals. As you can see, we'll get into it. There's stacks here, but other gigs I use more stacks. So I love effects cymbals. And this one I use a lot with the 18 Crash. It gives me like a blend. It adds like a mid of a mid tone to it that just gives it a little bit more shimmer, if you will. Like it's a great sound, and I use it on its own a lot as well for a different kind of accent. But this is a key for me. Moving on to these, as I said before, cymbal stacking is something I've been into for a long time. I used to stack a 6-inch Signature Splash on an 8-inch Splash. I've experimented with lots of things inside Chinas. PAISTE now make the PSTX stacks, which I've used for the first time on this tour. And this one is fabulous. I use it for it sounds like claps a lot of the time. So in dance music, you can get away with using it for 2s and 4s, like the clap sound, and also just for little accents and effects. So fabulous these are. The Splash, unusual perhaps on a big gig like this, but this Splash cuts through, and we do with the Spice Girls. There's a very wide range of music, and I find a splash cymbal is just again another effect to give you a lightness, if you will, in the music. So yeah, I wasn't sure whether I was going to use a splash on this gig, but it's actually been more used than I thought. Over to this one. This is, again, I use this a lot. This is a 16-inch Signature China, and I've taken the top of the 12 PST stack and stuck that inside. And I did originally have the 12 PST stack up here, but I wanted something with a bit more weight. So this was kind of a good compromise for me. And I use it for big accents, short and sharp, lots of power. Over here, the last effect cymbal is the China on the far west here. It's a classic thin China Signature. It's a staple as far as China cymbals go within the PAISTE camp. And then to my two newest additions, which I am extremely excited about. The first is the Master's Ride. This, I normally I like a traditional sounding ride rather than a straight up clean sounding ride. Especially in this gig, we have a couple of jazz things, a couple of ballads, so I just prefer a more organic sound, and this cymbal really delivers that. So much so that I've never had this before, but the monitor engineer commented on what a lovely ride cymbal that was, which I thought was very unusual, and but wonderful at the same time. So yeah, the Master's Ride here is what lovely. But my absolute favourite thing on this kit is these 602s. Used to use traditional hats, was introduced to these 602s for the first time on this tour, and they are the best hi-hats I've ever played. So smooth, buttery and creamy when you open. They've got a classic sound, but they cut through. They almost sound like they're pre-EQ'd, so you really don't have to do anything to them, and they're an absolute joy to play. So I don't really want to use anything else when it comes to hi-hats from now on out. And that's my PAISTE rig for this gig. I hope you've enjoyed looking around, and I hope to see you at a show soon. PAISTE, thank you very much for your support, and hope to see you soon.